Welcome to another collection video. I'm your host DeoGenZ, and today we're going to look at an eclectic set of figures. Some of these are in good condition. Some of the eyebrows have been shaven. Really, I mean, Geo, dude, what did you have a run-in with? Some steel-toed, steel cleats running into your face while somebody was rock climbing? That's the only thing I could figure out. But we've got a Metapod that, I've got really nothing to compare it to, but it says that it's Tomy, so why disbelieve it? Well, maybe because it's light. The Spiro seems right as far as weight goes, but overall, pretty cool. And figures I didn't have before. The first three made sense because they're all from Kanto, but this is just a bunch of random ones. And they were all individually well wrapped in tissue paper, might I add. Very nice shout out to the seller there. If you get anything from them, I guess you can expect that sort of treatment. Now, something interesting with the Volbeat, I'm really not well versed when it comes into the legitimate figures for the third generation. But it says the same magic lettering of CGTSJ that we've been looking for this whole time. So, is it legit? I don't know. Too legit to quit. What matters here is that it doesn't look derpy. Eyes are always a dead giveaway. You see, like, one is like, yeah, I've got whites in my eyes, and the other one's like, I don't really. He's looking all over the place, kind of got a lazy eye going on. Plus, I've got the legit figure here, and while the colors are off, this one's definitely heavier, and as you can tell, the eyes on this one are not all wacky. Teeth are sharp, it's more fierce, but it just goes to show that the replications are really not too hard to do. So this is the one I got in today's collection. This is one I got in a past video. You could definitely check that seller out if you're looking for more things that are legitimate. And that's something that I've noticed, I'll just mention, on eBay about these figure collections. Really happy to get a Meganium. Have not had that in my collection ever. But, I noticed those that are faking it tend to go out of their way to make a very nice, fluffy presentation present value when they send it to you, whether it's the tissue paper wrapping or all of them being wrapped individually in cellophane plastic, which is just unnecessary and really wasting resources, but I'm an ecologist, so I won't go there. But you could see with this one, it's all like weird. Looks like somebody took a paperclip to Chikorita's chest when it was in the molding factory. I mean, it's got the stamp, and when comparing it to my other Chikorita, looks pretty legit, but I mean, the coloration it's slightly off and the eyes aren't all the way shaded in as they should be. That might just be paint chipping though, quite frankly. Could be usage. But again, with this Meganium, we're going to unbox something that has a bunch of Meganium we can compare to. And they have different colors in this. This one is slightly darker and also has those weird paperclip lines running through it. So, anyway, Alakazam versus Electivire. Fight! Now this is a freaking awesome set just because of the rare pokes that I've seen included, even if they're not completely legitimate. Like this Electivire here. Again, I've never collected really any 4th gen figures, so to get an Electivire is pretty sweet. It says Tomy in 2006, so, it's solid. It's definitely not overbendable, and that's more than I could say for Alakazam, unfortunately.
I'm an Alakazam, and I'm super bendable. Look at me, I could wave my spoons all around, and I could do a split even because I'm made of fake plastic. Yeah, you could kind of see that they're attempting the CGTSJ sort of thing, but again, that shallow imprinting, yeah, if you're keeping up with the videos, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, you think I'm a crazy collector who plays with Alakazam's mustache.
These seem pretty new. The Alakazam seemed hot off the press, hot off the plastic press, if you will. And these do too. They've only got vague numbers on their tails, both L10. That's a numbering convention paradox. How can they both be L10? I don't know. Maybe it's just the type of plastic they're using. Because in the age of 3D printers, I mean, you gotta figure this sort of hoax copying scenario is only gonna happen more often. And there's still money to be made from it, I must say. Especially if you just play them off as like, oh yeah, they're just figures that I found and collected over the ages. Not complete rip-offs and duplicates of actual Nintendo figures that are there. So, I don't know, what do you guys think? Are we gonna see cooler, maybe not as flimsy sorts of clones in the future as 3D printing gets better? I really don't think any of these are, 3D printed. Not from what I've seen 3D printing do so far. They seem to be just regular factory quality. There's plenty of factories in China looking to capitalize off of the massive success of Pokemon. I mean, who wouldn't? Those without original ideas. That's who. So that's those two. And bonus came with a Skyform Shaman, which I was blown away by because it is super good quality. The eyes are perfect, as I will bring it closer to the camera for you to see. It's a good weight, and again, it's just another awesome 4th gen figure I really did not expect to collect. Get a close view there, and Shaman! Perfect. So that was this collection. Check out the seller below. Let me know your thoughts. What's your favorite out of these pokes? Which did you like? Did you like the fake Nidoking? I wouldn't think so. I mean, I like my real Nidoking personally a lot better, but maybe you are partial to the clones. I think it's kind of cool after all that they can make these available, especially after they're not being sold anymore by Nintendo, perhaps. It's good to be able to collect them, especially if you want to do the sorts of stop motion animation I like to do with these kinds of figures, so definitely stay tuned for that, and I will see you in a future collection video. Definitely want to subscribe to be notified when that comes out, because it's going to be a 2-parter, I think. It's a huge haul, so stay tuned for that.